Hi, welcome back, and welcome back to Cooking with Vincent Price. Today I am making Hoppin John from Vincent and Mary Price's Come Into the Kitchen cookbook, and it is, as of the date of recording this, we are about 2.5-ish weeks into the new year. So better late than never to make a black-eyed pea recipe. The recipe is super simple and straightforward, so there's not going to be a lot, I think, that I can screw up. So that is obviously a bonus to start out the new year with. So what is Hoppin John? Hoppin John is from the Early America section of Vincent's cookbook, and it is traditionally a Southern recipe. Hoppin John may have evolved from rice and bean mixtures that were the substance of enslaved West Africans en route to the Americas. The ingredients for this are super simple. Basically, we are looking at black-eyed peas, bacon, and rice. It does call for a tablespoon of salt, which originally I thought, wow, that's a lot of salt. But this is a pot of beans, and it's kind of the only flavoring to it, with the exception of the bacon, and a very, very small amount of pepper. So let's get cooking. Now, this is your friendly reminder. I am not a chef. I'm not a cook. I am a Vincent Price fan that is cooking her way through Vincent's 3 mid-century cookbooks to see how they taste to a modern palate and in the modern time. So let's go. Bacon. This calls for a pound of bacon. I'm cutting the recipe in half. So let's figure out half-pound bacon in grams, 226 grams. I'm just gonna cut up this whole package. Extra bacon never hurt anyone, and I don't think that it is going to affect the flavoring in any way. So that is my executive decision. Ugh. Why is meat so squishy? Yeah, so that's basically it. We're gonna let this come to a boil, and then we're gonna let it boil for an hour. Yeah, so that's really kind of it. I've got the peas going. They will go for an hour until I add in the rest of the ingredients, which is bacon, water, salt, and pepper, and rice. I've cut the bacon up. Now we just wait. So I'm thinking about buying one of those convection burning little stove burner things. That's the technical term for them, right? Convection burner stove thing. So that I can basically just do everything kind of here at the island versus moving back and forth to the stove. It's dark over there. Lighting can get kind of funky. But I really don't know if it's worth it. I think they're loud, which I think I'm pretty decent at my sound editing. That is a whole thing to edit out of a video. So I don't know if I'm gonna buy one of those, but I am thinking about doing that this year. We'll see. I started to look at the recipe, and the recipe calls for dried black-eyed peas. In the water, boil, lid on, Bob's your uncle, off you go. Mine have almost boiled through all of the liquid, and it doesn't address if I need to add more liquid to it, like, ooh, camera, like you would do if you were making a pot of beans from scratch, from dried. I don't know what to do about that. I got 30 more minutes to go. Cover and cook on a medium heat for an hour. I actually turned my stove down to low because the Le Creuset on my stove burns a little hot. So, remove the cover, turn the heat to high, and cook the peas until almost dry. I'm close to that stage now, and I have 17 minutes left on the timer. So these are dry, and they're sticking to the bottom of my pan. So I have made the executive decision. This is dangerous. I've made the executive decision to move forward with the recipe. So the rest of the recipe is we are going to add boiling water. That noise is the kettle. I'm going to add bacon, salt, rice, a little bit of pepper to it. Bring it to a boil again until the rice cooks. Okay, how does it taste? It is very, very hot and very mushy. The taste of this dish is going to be solely dependent on the kind of bacon that you use. That's really all I can say about it as far as its taste goes. It's very good. I think it has the right amount of salt to it. So I cut the recipe in half, and the original recipe called for a tablespoon of salt, so half a tablespoon, but it's also going to pick up on the salt that is in your bacon. This is really good. Okay, I will see you next week. That's it. Bye.